5 minutes passed and I said, "Oh yeah, I dare you."
During cross-examination, Greer admitted to frequently using drugs. Prosecutor Bob Northcott even referred to The Night Stalker, a novel Greer was reading which features a number of gun deaths. But perhaps most importantly, Northcott asked why Greer handed Hill his shotgun if he was acting strangely.
Wasn't that kind of strange behavior on your part? Did he look like he was joking?
He didn't really look serious, but he wasn't smiling.
Northcott also pressed Greer on why he misled the police after the shooting. Greer says Hill threatened him.
He said, "You tell anyone, you're next. I ain't going down for this. I got a kid on the way."
Guilty or not guilty, the jury will probably always wonder why this senseless crime ever happened. Hill pleaded guilty to manslaughter earlier this year. Now, closing arguments are scheduled for tomorrow morning. The jury could get the case by noon.
A guilty plea this afternoon could put a murderer behind bars for 16 years. Late this afternoon, 26-year-old Hernan Ramos pled guilty to second-degree murder. Ramos is one of 2 men accused of robbing and killing Juan Pablo Guzman Reynoso. Prosecutors say Ramos and Damian Silva suffocated Guzman and left him in the trunk of a car near Wapato. Authorities believe Silva fled to Mexico. There are unconfirmed reports that he's been killed there. A dispute over drugs may have led to the murder. Prosecutors will recommend 16 years at a sentencing hearing tomorrow.
Oklahoma City bomber Timothy McVeigh is dead. McVeigh is the first federal inmate executed in 38 years. As Joy Mapaya reports, it's been more than 2 years since our last execution in Washington State.
Killing was fun. It was fun. You guys in the Army or something who killed people because they had to, I don't think they'd feel the same way I did because they had to do it. I did it because I wanted to.
Months before his execution, triple murderer Jeremy Sagastigi showed no remorse for his crimes.
The second to the 2 times, the second and the third time, it was great.
In November of 1995, Sagastigi raped 3-year-old Kevin Sarbacher, drowned him, and then stabbed him to death. When Kevin's mother, Melissa, came home, he shot her and then turned the gun on her best friend, Lisa.
But certainly if the death penalty was applicable in any case, it would be applicable in Mr. Sagastigi's case.
I'd like to see him die just as violently as Lisa died.
For many of the victims' families, lethal injection was not enough.
If I had my choice, it'd be a hanging. It would be hanging. At least he'd feel some pain there.
On October 13th, 1998, 1 minute after midnight, Jeremy Sagastigi died by lethal injection. He had no last words.
Both sets of family were there for the execution, and that they felt that there was a sense of closure, that they could at least start to move on with their lives.
Today at the Walla Walla State Penitentiary, 14 prisoners await their turn to die.
Since 1904, Washington State has had 76 executions. Sagastigi was the first to die by lethal injection.
Plans for a Big League Dreams project in Yakima are still in the works, despite some local opposition. Field of Dreams owners, local business leaders, and city officials are holding a promotion campaign meeting tonight at the Yakima Convention Center. An unscientific KIMA News poll shows the majority of Yakima residents oppose paying higher taxes to fund the project, at least the folks who called in. But proponents of the project say a Big League Dreams sports complex will give a boost to Yakima's economy. The public is encouraged to attend tonight's meeting again at the Convention Center. Field of Dreams owners will be on hand to answer questions. It starts at 6:30.
A big building that played an even bigger role in making modern-day Yakima is going down to the wrecking ball. The old Yakima hardware warehouse on South 1st Street is being demolished. Built in 1912, the warehouse was one of Yakima's first buildings made of cement.
Up until this morning, I felt like we were moving ahead with progress, but when I saw that wrecking ball hit the building, I felt twinges of remorse. It's a lot of memories, a lot of people, and a lot of product that flowed through those doors.
The demolition work attracted a number of onlookers, including the owner of an even older building across the street. He also feels a little sad.
I'm nostalgic for the wood that's in the building. There's timbers in there that are larger than many trees we grow today. It's a shame to lose it.
Yakima Hardware has since changed its name to Horizon Distribution and stopped using the warehouse in 1996. A new leaseholder needs the space for loading trucks and parking. Yakima Hardware was one of this area's first businesses, supplying most of the tools and materials to build the town back in the late 1800s. Quite a story.
Yes, sad to see it go. Still to come on KIMA News at 6. One of our own makes it big time. Some footage of KIMA's infamous weatherman from his David Letterman appearance.
And they invented a new machine to make producing their product easier. Now companies around the nation are using it. Sten Wallstrom explains in tonight's Business Visions. Up next.
It's the new Twisted Crust Pizza from Pizza Hut. Rip off a breadstick and dip it into your choice of free marinara or ranch dipping sauce. Pizza and breadsticks together. What more could you possibly want?
How about a free movie rental?
You got it! Order a large Twisted Crust Pizza and you get a coupon for a free movie rental at Blockbuster. Pizza, breadsticks, new releases at Blockbuster. What could be better?
How about a date with Carmen Electra?
Who, you? Hey, who's your friend?
Me? What?
The Twisted Crust Pizza and a free movie, only at Pizza Hut.
I'm a very active person with a severe hearing loss. I participate in many sports and I teach martial arts as well. Years ago, I searched for the right audiologist. I found the best at Thompson Audiology. At Thompson Audiology, they have the technology and knowledge available to help my specific hearing loss. They develop special aids for me and my particular needs.
Discover how good your hearing can be at Thompson Audiology, Yakima, Ellensburg, and Sunnyside.
Now is the best time ever to buy a new Lincoln at Kerry Motors. Here's 4 reasons why. Number 1, how about 0% interest? 0% interest on any 2001 Lincoln. Number 2, discounts over $4,000. Plus, number 3, your first payment is free. And number 4, free 3-year maintenance. All of these are yours when you buy a new Lincoln Navigator, Town Car, Continental, or LS from Kerry Motors. Offer extended through July 2nd, 2001. Kerry Motors, 311 South 1st Street.
They invented their machine right here in the Valley, and now they're selling it to clients all around the world.
That's right. Sten Wallstrom here to tell us more about it in tonight's Business Visions.
Well, Yakima home not only to a company that makes tens of thousands of tortillas on a daily basis at Don Pancho, but also the company that invented a machine that counts and stacks them automatically.
Wow.
We're going to look at that tonight. Their invention came out of necessity to cut tedious labor out of the tortilla making business, and as Yakima's R-Tech soon found out, there was a big demand for that product. It's not a machine you and I are likely ever going to use, but there is a definite demand for these high-tech tortilla processors invented right here in the Valley.
We've got approximately 800 units out in the field, and for many, many years we were the only real tortilla counter stacker manufacturer in the world.
The counter stacker, as the name suggests, is basically a labor-saving device.
They're aligned so the center of the tortilla lands into the center of the stack receiving cup, and as the tortillas accumulate into this area here, there's a photo sensor that determines the stack height, and then it incrementally lowers it down until the desired count is reached, and at that time the stack exits the unit, ends up at this point right here, where the operators collect the stack of tortillas and put them into the bags.
R-Tech started in Zilla and was eventually purchased by Mark Packaging of Yakima. They turn out about 50 counter stackers a year at about $35,000 each. The machines are expected to pay for themselves after about a year of operation in the growing tortilla market.
You see a lot more different types of restaurants providing Mexican-type foods, and even your McDonald's and Wendy's and those types of places as well all feature some sort of a Mexican dish.
R-Tech now has a few competitors since inventing the counter stacker in the early 80s, but the company's vowing to stay on top, in part with aggressive research and development.
What we're designing here is a unit that will scan the tortillas, take a picture of the tortilla, determine if it's an acceptable product. If it is, it'll continue to pass on into the...
That foresight, combined with a growing love for tortillas, should make for a solid future for the company.
Sometimes a good flour tortilla with peanut butter and jelly on it's pretty good.
Yeah, we all did that in college. You ran out of bread, you had the PB&J, so you go with the tortilla, and it's wonderful.
Yeah,
so.
Sound like some mariachi music or something in the background.
Well, it's the festive counter stacker music, I think is officially what that is.
Excellent. Thank you much, Sten. Well, we hope you didn't miss it Friday night. Stu Seibel was one of 10 weather anchors around the country who took part in David Letterman's Top 10 list. The category, Top 10 Things You Don't Want to Hear from Your TV Weathercaster.
From KIMA in Yakima, Washington, Stu Seibel.
There's a light trickle going on right now, which reminds me, Sheila, would you get an appointment with Dr. Fish for me?
Ah, yes. Our own Stu, who actually is not here tonight, so we can't give him a hard time about that.
He's on a national tour signing autographs.
Ooh, yeah, I'm sure he is, with the other weathercasters. But we do have one weathercaster here to fill in for him.
Mike McCabe will be coming up. First, we want to show you a shot of a yard of the month.
Ooh, very pretty.
This Gomez home on North 5th Avenue. They won the award for Northeast Yakima, and coming up we'll feature some more local award-winning yards, and hopefully we'll get some sun in the forecast to shine on them. Mike will have the details after this.
We love to see you smile.
When you see some of the outrageous values here at McDonald's, you just won't be able to hide your smile.
A McDonald's cheeseburger is now just 46 cents every day. That's right, the cheeseburger you grew up with is now only 46 cents, and the smiles don't stop there. We also have daily 99-cent specials for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
We love to see you smile.
Hurry in for a 46-cent cheeseburger today.
Listen to 99.3 The Bull for your chance to win. This 2001 Dodge Dakota from Mike Olson Dodge at Yakima's Best Country, 99.3 The Bull. Listen to 99.3 The Bull for details on how you could win from Mike Olson Dodge at Yakima's Best Country, 99.3 The Bull. Listen to 99.3 The Bull for your chance to win.
Now is the best time ever to buy a new Lincoln at Kerry Motors. Here's 4 reasons why. Number 1, how about 0% interest? 0% interest on any 2001 Lincoln. Number 2, discounts over $4,000. Plus, number 3, your first payment is free. And number 4, free 3-year maintenance. All of these are yours when you buy a new Lincoln Navigator, Town Car, Continental, or LS from Kerry Motors. Offer extended through July 2nd, 2001. Kerry Motors, 311 South 1st Street.
Next week, the Big Apple welcomes Hollywood Squares
For the Hammerstein Theater in New York City. I love New York!
The Today Show's Al Roker.
God, that felt good.
The Sopranos' Vincent Pastore and Tony Sirico.
Bada bing.
Kathy Lee Gifford and Late Night's Triumph, the Insult Comic Dog.
Which breed of dog is the heaviest? The Roper Spaniel.
On the Big Apple, it's Hollywood Squares.
Hollywood Squares, Monday evening at 6:30.
Well, good evening. I'm Mike McCabe filling in for Stu Seibel, who, of course, is on vacation. And no, I did not hit the top 10 list of David Letterman, but I'm sure glad that Stu did. But I am here on the big show with Craig and Tara. This is the big primetime show, and I'm excited about it. And I guess that's exciting, don't you think? I think it is. I don't know. So 59 degrees currently in Yakima at this hour. And we are talking about cloudy conditions and some much cooler air across the area today. Thought yesterday was cool. We're seeing some cool air across the region at this hour. 55 degrees in Ellensburg. Topless checking in at 64 degrees. Sunny side at 66 with Grandview at 64 degrees. And again, cloudy this afternoon. Winds out of the east, Yakima at 6 miles per hour. Humidity at 33%. Our barometric pressure at 29.86 inches and rising. Dew points at 30. A precip 0 as far as what it has recorded. We have seen some isolated showers across the area today. So take a look at the Doppler radar. We are seeing some showers north of Yakima, pushing in a northeasterly direction towards Spokane. We are not out of the woods as far as some more showers cropping up into the area, though, for this evening and to tomorrow morning, as we have an area of low pressure that is centered over Vancouver Island right now. It's going to bring some cooler, wetter type of climate or weather to our northwest area. That didn't make a whole lot of sense, but I'll tell and explain in just a moment. 65, the expected the daytime high today in Yakima with the overnight low of 43, 57 in Ellensburg, 41 for the overnight low. These temperatures really look a lot like spring as far as the highs and lows are concerned, and definitely some cooler air across our area today. 54 the high in Seattle, 60 in Portland today, 56 along the coast, both for Hoquiam and Astoria. Bellingham checking in at 52 degrees, and east of the Cascades a very cool day indeed. One of the warmer readings, Tri-Cities today, hit 71 degrees. Futurecast, let's push this ahead for the next 24 hours. We still expect some scattered showers across the area, but again, becoming partly cloudy, or at least drying out some by tomorrow afternoon, giving us partly cloudy conditions, but still some cool air in place. Our satellite radar does indicate some scattered showers into western Washington, as well as east of the Cascades. And I'd mentioned an area of low pressure that's centered over Vancouver Island that will continue to push in an easterly direction. As this low pressure continues to rotate, it will continue to bring with it cloudy conditions, some cooler air into our region. So today was cool, yes, but tomorrow will be even cooler by a couple of degrees. As that slowly pushes off to the east, what will begin to develop here, we hope, or we suspect, will be an area of high pressure by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That will clear us up, giving us more sunshine and temperatures a little closer to where they should be for this time of year. Across the U.S., we're seeing some scattered showers across the northwest, the northern plains around Minnesota, Minneapolis, seeing some scattered showers and thunderstorms, some very severe weather here, as well as in the northeast and the southeast. Hurricane remnants of tropical depression Allison, I forgot that at the 5 o'clock show. That's what the name of it was. Used to be a hurricane, now just a tropical depression. Continues to bring lots of rain to the southeast. Some flooding continues to go on in that part of the country. Across the southwest, hot. And in our area tonight, cloudy and cool. Some scattered showers. Overnight low of 38 degrees for Yakima. Yeah, this is June, and that is awful cold. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, maybe a shower. Look for tomorrow around 8 o'clock, 51 degrees the high. By lunchtime, look for a high of 60 degrees under partly cloudy conditions.